But Kenneth Walker right now, he's up 9.4 spots, ADP 47.5. I apologize. We don't talk enough about Seattle Seahawks running backs here. I feel like we're more focused on Geno Smith and the pass catches because of what the new offensive coordinator is going to bring to that offense. Historically, a pass heavy offense, but you know, a lot of fantasy football analysts last year that like to just grab at the lowest hanging fruit they can. They saw Zach Charbonnet enter the backfield and they said, "Oh, well, this must be it for Kenneth Walker." They're ready to sign the guy off before he's even 26 years old. They're like, "Yeah, no, he's done. It's okay. It's going to be the Zach Charbonnet show." That didn't work out. Turned out Walker had 57% of the rushing attempts. Charbonnet had 28. Again, the disclaimer as I'm saying that is I can't speak to, I don't have it in front of me. Maybe Anthony will eventually. I don't know. D doesn't need to.
What do you
But
look? What do you ask for?
I can't speak to the inefficiency I'm saying of what Kenneth Walker is as opposed to Rashad White. So I do want to put that disclaimer out there. And if you get it, Anthony, you could speak on it. I will just say Kenneth Walker finished as the RB19 last year, played in 15 games. That's half point formats. He's had at least 900 rushing yards and at least 8 touchdowns in each of his first 2 seasons. So we don't talk enough about Seattle Seahawks running backs. You're probably not talked about in your circles, in your home leagues, but there is some value there with Kenneth Walker for sure. Anthony talked about some of the dead zone guys and some of the guys after that. Kenneth Walker is one of those guys that's after that. So, Anthony, what says you on Kenneth Walker?
I'm like, well, I don't have a lot of Kenneth Walker, and
Me neither, but I
a lot
still
of
don't hate him.
just so much uncertainty about number one workload split. You got to remember they invested a 2nd-round pick in Charbonnet. You bring in Ryan Grubb. They're going to throw the football this year in Seattle. In fact, I love JSN to have a breakout year. Like, don't draft DK Metcalf, draft JSN instead. I think they're going to be very similar in production. So Kenneth Walker, 15 games played, first 2 seasons in the NFL, very similar stats. 13.3 points per game last year, 13.5 rookie year, 9 total touchdowns both seasons, similar receptions, 29 and 27 yards per carry. This is where we take a little bit of a dip. 4.6 in his rookie year, down to 4.1, 228 rush attempts, down to 219, 1,051 rushing yards rookie year, down to 9.5. So a little bit of a regression when it comes to efficiency. Still second in juke rate. Still solid when it comes to yards created, 3rd in evaded tackles. So a pretty good running back, but overall efficiency did take a step back. Here's why. A multitude of injuries. Only caused him to miss 2 games, which was the strained oblique. But he dealt with everything from a calf soreness, chest soreness, the aforementioned oblique, and a bruised shoulder. He eventually did concede a little bit of workload to Zach Charbonnet. Now, in comparison, first 6 weeks of the year, he saw a 67% snap percentage, 47% routes run percentage, 66.9 carry share, and just over 7.5% target share. Weeks 14 to 18 down the stretch, it drops down to 53, 36, 67.3, but he did see an uptick in target share. So I'm a little bit worried about Kenneth Walker, and he is included in my personal running back dead zone because instead of drafting Kenneth Walker,
I apologize. I thought you had him outside your dead zone. I apologize.
No,
I
he was
misspoke earlier.
just lastly in my dead zone.
Okay.
So, like, I would rather draft over Kenneth Walker, who 47.5 ADP at the FFPC right now.
Most it's going later.
James Conner at 61, Aaron Jones at 64. Where's he? Najee Harris at 77. Najee to me, and everybody loves Jaylen Warren. Jaylen Warren's already dealing with the lower body injury.
Yeah, no.
Jaylen Warren or Najee Harris prototypes as the type of running back Arthur Smith wants to run into the ground. There's a world where Najee Harris sees 275, 300 carries this year.
I like Najee Harris, but
I love Najee Harris.
I'm just saying, but But Arthur Smith does not run anybody into the ground. He puts and
Really?
sprinkles
What about
everybody. No, he
Derrick
sprinkles
Henry?
everybody. Fine, Derrick Henry. That's Derrick
If
Henry is
Bijan
there.
Robinson,
Derrick Henry.
if
There was
Bijan
nobody. I
Robinson,
just said that to make you stop talking. Go ahead.
I'm gonna
If
say if Bijan Robinson
yeah,
was built like Derrick Henry, or no, if Bijan Robinson was Bijan with
yeah,
Tyler Allgeier's build, Bijan would have
yeah.
had 400 carries. He
Okay,
Arthur Smith likes the
but
big running back, and
all
that's
right.
Najee.
But you're also skipping through the land of hypotheticals. So,
All
and we're not
right,
gonna, and I don't love to play that game. I'm just gonna
all right.
tell you that when Derrick Henry was in Tennessee, there was no running back for Arthur Smith that was as talented or as close to size as Derrick Henry was. So that's why Derrick Henry was the guy. Bijan and Algier are closer. You roll your eyes, but that's a fact. Again, I deal in realism. I'm the FF realist.
Bijan and Algier are closer in what?
They're closer in size
Sneaker
than I say
size.
Derrick Henry and anybody else that was on the Tennessee Titans
All
running
right,
back room that at that time.
all right.
What? Okay. Well, all right means I'm right. So let's move on to the next
Yeah.
player. Let's not get